Well, one, I'm happy you guys are here. This is how I act all the time, and I'm just blessed, and that's why I can't find employment. I've been working for myself because I have no filter. I do have a filter because I'm in this church, but you're gonna say that right when the officers leave. Come on, now, who's having a good time? But one of the things is for myself, I didn't get to this position out of nowhere. And I literally learned everything in my schooling. So in my master's program, I actually psychoanalyzed myself because you Illinoisans are mean. Yep, especially the women. The black women, I mean. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I said it. There's some mean women out here. So I was trying to do research and studies, but I realized it's a lot of trauma out here. I come from the West Coast. Everybody's free-spirited. Everybody's sleeping with everybody. We ain't got everybody doing everything. Am I lying? Y'all know my state is messed up. Yeah. He's like, you put authority up, your state messed up. But I say that to say, when I came out here, at first I was like, dang, this is me, but y'all are hurt. Since I've been doing individual services and therapy, the stories and things I have heard from the women, the sexual abuse, the verbal, people not knowing who their parents are, like, there's some real Tyler Perry stuff happening. I thought he was just making stuff up. Y'all been going through a lot. And it's generations of generations. So I'm like, now when I come in all hickory, like, hey girl, I think got this homework assignment, I'm just trying to get some backstory. How was your trauma? You're like, who are you? That's what I'd be like, well, I just want to know about you, No, I couldn't get it. So I had to start writing my own crap. So I was turning in my papers and it was like, oh, how would you diagnose case studies? I was using myself, change up the name. Teacher's like, this is detail. You know everything about this person. You know where I'm going, right? I messed up. I know another crazy person I see it. Hey, let me tell you. Don't do that. So I turned in my paper and she read it. She was like, oh, what do you? I said, she has a little anxiety, a little dual diagnosis. She may drink a little bit on the weekend. And so she was like, no, she got PTSD, depression, schizophrenia, narcissistic. I'm like, And then every assignment got worse. And I was like, oh, got to find somebody else. So after...
This isn't like that.
I'm sorry. Because y'all laughing at me. This is true. I still got the papers. And when I finished my degree, I realized and I said, you know what? Guess what I found out? I'm crazy. And you people usually call me that when I get mad. Only when I get mad. I've been the only person called crazy before? I know you've been called crazy. And I know you've been called crazy.
I say retarded. I tell people that about myself. Because I know I got issues. I got whole subscriptions. My issues.
I'm not taking mine. I'm not, and I can help it. That's another trainer. I'm gonna tell you how not to take them. But I say that, but a lot had to do with my faith. All jokes aside, I had to hit that book, and there was a lot of mentally ill people in there. But I am mentally ill. I identify as a mentally ill person because I've been through some crap. If you ain't never been anything or went through anything, cool. And people are like, girl, I never been through what you went through, but you're lying, because especially in Illinois, you've seen it. That's secondary trauma. These babies passing, all this stuff is happening. So now we got to witness it. So one way or another, we all have some form of mentally ill, but it's diagnosed. We go by moderate, which everybody in this room got, including you, cameraman. You got a little something up there? Yeah. That's that moderate. No, mild is the bottom, moderate is the middle, and then severe. Severe is medication and everything else. That's sometimes even inpatient hospital. Ask me, have I been to severe? Yes, multiple times. Even to a point of where I tried to take my own life. Not because, I hated my life. I was afraid of what I'm going to do to someone else. Especially in the field of what I'm doing and everything else. How dare I take someone else's kid's life or somebody who's constantly harming me? I'd rather just leave. Because I was tired waking up every day with the same crap. People with their I didn't ask you for your opinions. I'm being now attacked from spiritual people and they want to prophesy what they feel. I got to navigate through this and I got to deal with my own hurt and anger, past trauma from everybody else. I'm just battling it. Not drinking water, not eating, not sleeping, physically broke down. Drained. Then I got up out of it because I have a best friend like you that's quiet. A praying best friend that I didn't know she was praying so much. I found out every day. She told me later. But I'm here. This just happened like 2 years ago for the record. 2 years ago. And then I messed up, like I said, last year. I went from not harming myself to harming someone else. I joke and laugh. Yeah, I did do that. You know, it's public records. Did I mean to? No. But when you're just at a point of burnout, whatever you're feeling, you're going to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
But I said it's not just burnout, but you're also not sleeping, because I don't know when you sleeping, but all the stuff you doing. You know you're not sleeping.
I sleep well.
For how long now?
You know, but actually, I'm really tired when I get home because the clients is kind of like.
You not sleeping. You doing 8 hours?
So,
impossible.
Well, you know, I get up in the middle of the night so if I can't sleep. You know, before I sleep, I just kind of crash. I want to go out to eat. Let me sleep in 4 or 5 hours, get to the bathroom, and the next thing you know, I'm kind of up for another hour.
You're not sleeping.
You know, but not for 8 hours completely all the way through.
Correct.
Like I go to bed at 9 and wake up at 5.
You're not alone. There's a bunch. Who else only getting 3 to 4 hours? Besides my friend that's sleeping in here right now. I know you lying. I know you lying. Go on rest, because I'd rather you sleep than put your hands on somebody. That rest, baby. But no, none of us are sleeping because our anxiety is up. We're stressing out. We're trying to balance everything. And then we also got to go into those roles that the society put on us because we won't use the word no. We got to come up with that image. And we have to portray something that sometimes we're not. Every person that's an overgiver and overachiever, can I tell y'all, you're really not. You agree with me? You're the only person that agree with me? Y'all not going to ask me why?
Because you're neglecting yourself.
Nope. A lot of time we do it unconsciously because we know how it feels to have someone help. We know how it feels to have someone put you down and let you down. We do it unconsciously, or we have to do everything ourselves because people have failed us. So now we're doing it for everything. So like, even with all the stuff you're going through, you still help someone else because you know how it felt when someone didn't help you. Am I doing it? Did I get the approval back there? You see me? Y'all didn't think about it that way? If you really think about it and think of like, why did I just go help this person? Some way, somehow it's connected to some type of trauma, something you've been through. That's why you go over and beyond. Because you don't, that hurt, that problem, that feeling that you don't want no one else to have to go through. And you know that from yourself that all you needed was one person to be there, pick up a phone call, drop some money off something, and they let you down. One person. You didn't ask for a lot. Because most of us, we don't ask for a lot. Am I lying? We ask for bare minimum and get crumbs all the time. And majority of the time is from our family.
Yep.
Am I lying?
Nope.
Ask me why I left California. 9 brothers, sisters, and the mom and dad still married. My 9 brothers and sisters and my mom and dad, they're still married. I had to put time zone. Some people like, I moved to Indiana. No, I moved time zone away from my family. I have no family out here. Just me and my daughters. Don't you? No, you be making me cry and stuff. I need family like you. No, I'm joking. Hey, I need y'all. No, I'm joking. No, I need, no. I was joking. I need her family. Y'all gonna have me back in jail. Can I finish cooking? Can I ask y'all 10 questions real quick? A little bit. Y'all not gonna judge me? And I want y'all to keep the number in your head. Y'all don't have to say it out loud. You can do a little nod, like beatboxing. I like that. This is, have you guys ever done an ACEs before? Okay, thank you, one person. Great. ACEs?
Yeah, I think that works.
I'm pretty sure you took some ACEs. Especially, yeah. I know. Most aggressive people have. So really quick, and like I said, just keep a number in your head. Did you or a parent or adult in a household often swear at you, insult you, put you down, or try to humiliate you? You have to, this is a silent. Yes. Like everything yourself, friend. Hey, but me too, friend. As is. Did a parent, and mind you, these are all questions before you turn 18. Did a parent or adult in a household ever push you, slap you, grab you, throw something at you, hit you, the whoopings or anything of that sort? I'm not a mandated reporter right now, because I'm going through transition, but so ain't nobody got their mama or dad, their mama not in here, right? Did y'all mama whoop y'all? No, I'm checking. I did this before, and I promise y'all, it was a mom and daughter, and the whole time I asked her the question, the mom was looking at her like this. I was like, hey. The girl's anonymous. Just push all yeses. I'm reporting your mama when we leave. Did an adult or a person 5 years older than you ever touch you, sexually fondle you, or any type of intercourse that you did not want? Did you often feel that no one in your family loved you? You were never important or special? I'm on number 5. Did you often feel like you didn't have enough to eat, or you had to wear dirty clothes, or had no one to protect you? Were your parents ever separated or divorced, or did you ever not know one of your parents? Was your mother or stepmother or anyone outside of your parents ever violent or harmed you? That's number 7. Number 8, did you live anywhere where people were drinking or had drinking problems or were using drugs? Weed is the drug, you guys, for the record. I had to, some people like, it was just a little weed. It's still a drug. This is all before you turned 18. Number 9 is, was a household member ever depressed, had mental illness? Like that one cousin that be talking to the trash can or something. Those are mental illness. Y'all know that. Yeah, we think it's funny when we kids, but as an adult, you like, yeah, that wasn't right. You know what I mean? Or that aggressive people, yeah. So if you ever had any of that, I didn't see this question. Did anyone in your household ever go to jail or prison? Yeah.
I know somebody in your family.
Yeah. First of all, my family members didn't get caught. And it's because I was in the courthouse. The only reason why I got caught. Don't hit nobody in the courthouse. Sheriffs don't know what they're doing. Out of those 10 questions, can I ask how many people said the number of how many yeses you were able, not what questions you said yes to, but just the number of yeses? I can yell it out now.
9, 6, 4.
9, 6, 4.
Oh. Even answered.
Yeah, I talked to you.
You said 4?
I think
3. Okay. This is it's not gender specific. So other than 3, everybody else is pretty much 4 and over. 1? Okay. Is it weird that we're all burnt out in the same room? We got some people at 1, 3, 9. I want to hug you. Not now. A little snip. You know why people hug people? Because of the person who's giving the hug, they're triggered. And we project our trauma onto that person. Y'all didn't know that? Yeah. When she said 9, by her saying 9 triggered me. So I instantly want to hug her because of my trauma. Yeah, just wanted to get that. And I always ask for boundaries because the more I've been reading my Bible, you can't just let nobody pray over you and hug you and stuff too. I've been reading my Bible, friend. I've been like real reading it too.
And it also brings out a trigger in that person.
Correct.
So that will cause them to react instead of accept.
Because there's some people who say like 9. I have people to say 10, and they're perfectly fine. Until that person comes to with their trauma, and you like, well, now it just throws you right back in there. So I only said that because I was triggered when you said it. I was triggered when you were talking earlier, and I'm projecting it. I'm honest with my mental illness. Yeah. We'll talk about my diagnosis in my crazy workshop later. For my people who said 1, did you guys see a difference? Because we're all in this room.
Different time.
That you guys are still burnt out and you haven't had the same amount of trauma. A lot of the times, because of that, yours didn't start when you was 18. People who have been through trauma early age then start going through it's a little bit different. But for my people who said 1, not saying you had a perfect life or anything, yours just started happening probably in adulthood. And what the flip side is, people who have 8, 9, or even 10, the difference is they have more of boundaries. You didn't really have the boundaries because you wasn't exposed to it. Make sense? You see me? No, but hey, that's a lot of lived experience too.
I'm saying that because I'm in school now.
Yes. Get that chat GPT. Chat GPT.
4.0. Big Jets.
Hey, shout out. No. And I shared this. Why do you guys think I'm sharing this with the burnout? Yeah, why do you think I gave you guys this ACEs?
Did you been doing it?
Yeah.
It's something you don't acknowledge. And then
Correct.
you need to address what it is head on.
Before you help anybody, how can you help someone when you have all these 9 to 10 to 7 different points that I just shared? How can you help someone when you have not sat and took your time to heal from each of those questions I asked? Because we unconsciously are burnout people. We are just givers. And that's why I said the most nicest people are the people that went through the most hurt, because we know how it feels. When have you had time to deal with those numbers? That's the question I'm asking for y'all. Have y'all dealt with the numbers? Y'all know why y'all not dealing with the numbers?
It's easier to suppress it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And you know why you do that? Come on, Trackstar.
It's easier. I mean, for me, it's just I want to help somebody so they don't experience it, but I also can't sit in or deal with my own traumas because I know personally how it breaks me. So instead of dealing with it, then I just go help somebody else. Then you just become a chronic, become a fixer.
Mm-hmm.
And I piggyback off of that because I can help somebody there and talk to some parent.
Mm-hmm.
And other times I can get in the car and go home crying like crazy. But I don't want them to see. I break down anyway, so
That's
I'm
good.
A crier, but
Yeah.
I'm a crier. But some days I break down. But lately I've been trying to hold it in so that I want to see the growth. But the growth is still kind of down there.
Yeah.
So, but I get in the car and just go home and end up crying. So the parents want to see, but sometimes you can't help because if you're on the phone with them or if you're talking with them, you want that vulnerability so they know that I'm going through the same thing you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is how far I got, and you can get this, you can get there too. It's going to take time, but I break down and hold it in sometimes.
But how can you really get someone to their full potential of healing when you're not there? Come on, you don't finishing my sentence. Yes. Correct. But you guys know that this is natural. These are defense mechanisms. Blocking, stop remembering things, other different things. These are all getting angry. When someone try to talk to you, you just act out just because you want to shut that conversation down. These are all defense mechanisms. No, baby, come on, we cooking. Hey, we in here cooking.
I'm stating that too because as far as the family is concerned, and they was telling me I'm not the same. I'm mean and evil sometimes too, and I'm not a mean and evil person. But I know one sister told me that I'm not the same. I'm never going to be the same. So you just have to get over that one. But stating that, when you do talk with someone and you find yourself talking to that person, and all of a sudden you stop talking to that person. You stop talking to that person for the simple fact because you can't help yourself. Just like she said, if I can't help myself, I don't want to give out advice to somebody else. I can't do that. So I just stay to myself and don't call or talk to nobody or whatever because I'm trying to heal myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes the friends or the family members may call you and talk to you and say, okay, you ain't called them. I didn't want to because you don't want to listen to what I have to say and you don't understand. So I got to heal myself in order to try to help you with whatever your problems are. I can't do that. Can't do that.
I messed up. We are so over time.
Oh,
Lord.
This is good.
I mean, we can go.
I don't know.
I just send one of those back at 12.
Well,
to eat.
yeah, lunch break.
It's 12:44.
We're eating.
That's
now.
okay.
Oh, no,
It's
no,
12.
no, it's not 12.
It's 12:07. 12.
They'll come get us.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, my wife, you look, so they don't think I'm tripping. It's at 12:43. Cause I ain't got my phone. That's why. Okay, cool. No, yeah, okay. I just want to be respectful of people's time and everything. So what time am I supposed to get out of here? 6 minutes ago?
Yes.
Okay.
They want some horse keep.
First of all, ain't nobody gonna know. Hey, did you say you're going to police?
Now she the same one that said she'll take a case.
You know what I mean? And let them put a snow king crab in front of her. Corine Barnes did it. Hey, why you gotta put my business out there? It's a safe space and make people walking down the hall.
Okay.
Really quick, anyone that scored 4 or more, you are at risk of what we call toxic stress. Toxic stress is not just something you throw out there, it's actually a real term. Toxic stress is connected to PTSD, depression, anger, anxiety, and sleep problems. With that, now that you know that, that's just from the stuff you've been through. All the additional things, these roles, these caregivers, these jobs, positions, all these responsibilities. This is what I'm talking about. You have your trauma. That's already a weight. Then you have all these responsibilities, especially you married people. Lord, that part. That's a responsibility. Being involved in a church, huge responsibility. Education. You see, I said education. Huge responsibility. These are all the different factors of how you become burnt out. And then on top of it, you want to give back to others. How can you give back to others with this empty cup? Does that make sense? If you do not figure out a way, what I learned in school, you would die. I have to be transparent because you guys are grown and we're dying. Strokes, cancer, heart attacks, blood clots. Someone said, Corine, you're being harsh. No, because I was trying to do it the softer way and people close to me are dying. So if you are going through all this stuff we just took this ACEs about, all these losses and everything else, and you're not managing it, your nervous system, everything's going to break down. You're going to start having strokes, your blood pressure, your heart is going to start having misfiring. There's a real thing called broken heart syndrome.
Yes.
I educate a lot of my people in my support group. But it's not just the loss of these things, it's the losses you've been taking all your life that we refuse to deal with because we put up these defense mechanisms.
Mhm.
You can do whatever you want. Just know your body's going to do the opposite. Your body is going to shut down on you. And you can keep acting like, oh, I got this little twitch in my hand. Because as Black people, we do not take care of ourselves. We self-medicate. We do home remedies. We can't do that no more. We're dying at a rapid speed, sadly. How many people 60 and up in here? Damn, y'all look good. Y'all Black people in Illinois, y'all don't. In California, they cracking. They cracking like the Compton pavement out there, y'all. Even my parents, they don't look like y'all. But neither here or there. I say that to say, y'all outliving us. I'm 41. I look kind of good. I divorced my ex-husband who looked like a homeless person now. But I say that to say, oh, you're recording me. Dang it. You're going to edit this out. Okay. No, but I say that to say, you guys, only because it's the truth. We're dying at 35. Y'all got kids around these ages. And if they're not managing their stress properly, you're going to lose your child. And you're going to lose them because you ain't able to cope with it. And now your child is looking at your poor, coping mechanism, and they're developing it. Because also, we don't want to talk about it, friend. We are too ashamed to tell our kid that I also been depressed. I also went through these things because now you feel that I caused this on my child. And can I be honest? We did. We did it in the womb. We did it when we try to put them to the side. We try to cover them, overcompensate for stuff. We jacked our kids up. And instead of just doing what I just did to everybody in this room, and I did it to my daughter, she'd be like, Mom, I did everything for you. No, I jacked you up. Okay? I messed you up because I didn't know what I was doing. I was very aggressive with her because I was a single mom, put pressure on her. I had her illegally, nobody out there? I had her illegally driving to school at 13. Single moms, we got to do what we got to do. My baby's anxiety wreck where she wants everything to be perfect because I put that perfection on her because I didn't want to mess up. So I overly put all these responsibilities and I told her, if you mess up, I promise you I'm going to hurt you. At the age of 4, because I messed up. And now my daughter walks around with anxiety. I let her smoke her weed because she deserves it. Because I put all this pressure on her. And unconsciously, I did it because I didn't want to lose her. I had her young. I didn't know what I was doing. And I just knew that after I lost my brother to gun violence, I lived for that baby. God knew that he had to give me a child that I didn't even want. But he knew that he was going to take my brother. And he knew that I was going to go with my brother. And I was. My brother was my everything. I never lost anyone to gun violence. And to have that happen, I literally was just like, I got to live for my baby. My daughter was 2 months. And she was that for me until I got better. but I jacked her up. We can't help our kids because we can't help ourselves. And the cycle and the increase of our deaths are going to keep happening because we're unhealthy and we're not managing it. And we have to stop putting everything on these churches. Churches can only do so much. Mental health is a different component. We have to be mentally right. And I'm speaking for myself. I didn't start reading that Bible until I was mentally in a good place. I was going to church every Sunday, mentally jacked up. Because it's easy to mask it. But when I had to break that down and deal with my real and start connecting these scriptures to what I'm really going through, because now I got to really deal with the fact I had low self-esteem and everything. I have to match this stuff. I didn't want to do it. I have to do the ugly cry. Y'all know what the ugly cry is? Man, it's hot because I'm doing that little menopause thing they talking about, the neck burning and stuff. And you know what my ugly cry is? This is all my fault. How many people, even in this room, is strong enough to say that a lot of the trauma and stuff you've been through is your fault? Okay, because a lot of people can't do that, including things that other people done to you. And it's only your fault because you have not forgave yourself for the trauma that someone else put onto you, so that becomes your fault. Make sense?
Yes.
How y'all feeling? Y'all got quiet? You think so? I did okay? I'm not that ignorant? Because y'all make me emotional right now, and I'm not going to do it. Well, I appreciate you guys. My advice to the overall is identify your trauma. Honestly, identify your trauma. Develop your coping skills. Whatever it may look like. Getting your nails done, traveling for the record, that is not coping skill. That is maintenance. Your hair look good too for the record. That's maintenance. When I say coping skill, where you just sit and do nothing. Play on your game where you're not thinking, man, nothing. No. You can still incorporate that, but that's the thing. When you have to just let go everything, because you do that, you have to do that on the regular. When I say coping, I mean you just be with you. You can't think about the body, because when you're praying and everything else, you're going in scripture. Does that make sense? Just give your brain a break. Because if you don't, and I don't even take them hours, just 5 minutes, where you don't think of nothing but you. Count your toes. Am I lying? You see my degree? Yeah, and that's where some people are like, well, you said, I didn't say not pray, but I said just focus on you. Because the more you don't just give your body a recharge, it's going to shut down. One organ at a time. Any questions?